Your going back to authority essentially means you don't know. Why don't you admit you don't know?
Yeah.
And this admitting is not to me or to somebody else, within yourself. If you know that you do not know, then your intelligence will be on 24 hours of the day, awake or asleep. It's always on and probing and exploring,
Right.
or penetrating into creation. If I think I know, immediately it'll sleep. See, right now, it's light, you can casually walk without paying attention to anything. If you come here late night, it'll be pitch dark. If I ask you to walk here, you will become super alert. Why? Because you don't know where is the next step. The moment you don't know, do you see your alertness is at a different level altogether? So, even now you don't know. It's just that you assume you know.
Yeah.
Well, we go to universities, we go to schools, we go to scholars and variety of people to make our own conclusions, or to go there to confirm our conclusions that we already have. This is not exploration, this is not knowing, this is just knowledge collection. This is the same old tribe of hunting and gathering,
Right.
part of the civilization, you know very rudimentary or primitive part of civilization. We are still there when it comes to mind. Physical atmosphere, maybe we have grown, but not really. They were going hunting, gathering, people are going shopping, it's the same, it's hunting only.
Do you think the educational system needs to be radically changed then?
Well, the educational system that we have is like an extruder system. You put everything into the same thing and it'll turn out ready-made human beings.
Right.
A human being is a life, a unique life.
Right.
And not only that, on this planet, we are the peak of evolution. We are like the flower of evolution. You can't put flowers through the extruder and get out some kind of shape and say, this is the new flower. Flower has to blossom in full fragrance means it needs attention and cultivation. I think very, very few schools in the world can even attempt or afford to cultivate children slowly with the necessary care.
Yeah.
Because it's an extruder system. Put everybody into it and some kind of product comes out. They know physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology everything. This has all been done because we have made making a living too big a thing.
Yeah.
Making a living has become big and absolutely enslaving for our generation because we want to live like somebody else. If your neighbor has a car which is 2 feet longer than yours, you want to get that. If your neighbor has a bigger diamond than yours, you want to get that. If a neighbor has a bigger house than that, you want to get that. It all depends in which neighborhood you're living how much you want, isn't it?
Right.
It keeps growing like this. So, we think this is development, this is advancement of human civilization. No, this is just raising the bar of survival higher and higher, that even if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, still you're fighting for survival. This is the silliest way to live. Because the idea of affluence in life, either for an individual or a society or a nation, is that we don't have to be concerned about our survival. That's the idea. Our choices of nourishment and choices of lifestyle are ensured. We can live whichever way we want. And like people here were asking me, Sadhguru, is it true that next time Jesus comes, he will come here in Missouri, not in Jerusalem? I said, I don't know where he's going to come, but if he comes in America and he says, like he said 2000 years ago, come follow me. Even in Jerusalem, only 12 people followed him. Out of those 12, one of them freaked. But in America, if he says, "Come follow me," maybe many of you will have desire, but you have student loan, car loan, house loan, second house loan. 45 years, your life is already mortgaged.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go? He also said, you can't serve money and me at the same time, all right? Anyway, he said, you serving this process of acquiring wealth and serving me won't happen together. What he's saying is, it's not about being against wealth.
Right.
It is just that you understand the wealth of life is in your experience, in the profoundness of your experience, not in things that you accumulate. Because whatever you accumulate, it is only relevant to the times in which we exist.
Yeah.
See, if you were here 10,000 years ago, you had a little better stick than me. You're a big guy. Today, if you carry a stick and walk around, we think you've lost it, all right? So today what you have is maybe a car, maybe a home, maybe a suit, maybe this and that. This is a consequence of time, this is not your doing.
Right.
So what we have is only relevant to limited time period that we are there. And what we gather, either in terms of material wealth or in terms of knowledge, will never enhance the life that we are. It'll only enhance us in the social situation. We are misunderstanding that social situation as life. Social situation is a frill that we add to our life.
You know, there's an observation that the current generation, they tend to spend a lot less time on what matters in the long run. They tend to spend a lot more time on what
They know
matters
life
today.
is brief.
So short-termism, is that good then?